diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma's offense will get the ball first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Making side adjustments here. Sends it back in motion. And into the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners!
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game and the offense. They've got it moving now.
So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy. Each and every week, this dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Got it in the middle, it's Edwards. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking for room, it's Fields. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Fields. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? The Sooners will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes that Alabama offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off play action on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Little. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. That's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. And Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Owens. Got his man in the middle. Nice pick up there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Finds his man down the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it down the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Right on the money. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Next, going for the goal line, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Timely decisions, effective play management helps him get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give from the gun. Runs through the tackle. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Off play action. Oh, they're after it. Got a little space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a man in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling the plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up, and this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Caught over the middle. It's Bond. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, and making sure he makes the right decision.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game of divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes the catch. Oh, what a cut. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quick completion to the right. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got a man, and a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass. It's Owens. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Sooners are flying down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting for...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Sooner! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score they're trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Right down the middle. Makes the grab. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Firing to the right, complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. They just keep firing. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Edwards. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Little. Made a defender miss. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. All the way down to the 15-yard line, it's 1st down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bond. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the...
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Owens. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Makes the grab. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ferguson. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Owens. Wide out trying to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense, it
breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown Tide. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Give to the running back from the shotgun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got it on the right. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He leaves it with his back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Owens. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up of 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. Spins away from the defender. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Power football with the run. Turning it on! They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes that Alabama offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. They'll run play action. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have
always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Owens. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Sooners are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Finds the tight end. He'll make the play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And so far, this has been a most frustrating performance for this junior quarterback. And I think it's fair to say that the corner and the rest of his buddies on defense have won this battle, keeping this quarterback in check, David.
They have. They've definitely won the battle. And you wanted to see more in this matchup. And I'll tell you what, this QB, we know he's got ability. And listen, I know that's a great corner out wide, but I wish he'd have made a little bit more of the simple plays and moved this offense a little bit. Been a bad day, man.
Swings it out to the flat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, and letting them get some positive yards.
Wants to throw. It's Russell. Pocket breaking down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On third 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time, but just can't come up with a completion?
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Nebraska is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln. One of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Penn State. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
They'll toss it to the left. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. To throw, it's Russell. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. On the option. The pitch. Touchdown, Bama! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned. Maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for room. It's Fields. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Owens. Quickly complete. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Using the quick game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds a little space. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Owens. Makes the grab. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Quick release by the QB.
And this offense has definitely got to take a second right here and understand this is the most important play of the game. It's 4th down. We got to get the first down over the clock and the time running. They got to make sure they get a conversion here.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
And 4th and inches, you know it's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Back to throw, it's Owens. Pressure coming. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
I love the discipline of this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know it could be a pass in this situation. Pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff. All the stuff, the easy access, the free release. Nice job and nice discipline by this defense.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. They'll use a timeout with 20 seconds left. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Dead center perfect. Final minute of play. Guys, it's all tied up. Stage is set for some serious drama.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him. With just a couple seconds left here in the game, he knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense is not completely screwed this thing.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop. You can save every second you have.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the counter. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that.
There he goes. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Working that left side now. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Here's the handoff. Makes one man miss. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. 1st and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. A 1st down run in the red zone. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation.
Trying to rumble in. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They'll try to slam it in. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Splits the uprights, and now they have a 3-point lead here in OT.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Back to pass, it's Owens. Got his man. Absolutely nowhere to go as this. It's a 3rd down stop. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation. Want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. No problem at all as he knocks it through, and we'll go to another overtime.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot. But nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Now first down here in the 2nd overtime. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Catch in the middle. It's Washington. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Touchdown, Sooner! That score gives them the lead here in the 2nd overtime.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
2nd overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. Swings it out to his running back. They got it. Executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double overtime. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Back to throw, it's Russell. Got it in the middle, it's Little. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going for 6. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
3rd down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end Shotgun snap on third down. They get to him as he throws. Grabs it in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. Bringing the heat. Zings it complete to the right, and they're able to get him down.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Wants to fire on second down. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Trailing by a touchdown, third and goal, and they have to have it here in overtime. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They got one score they needed. Now they need the deuce to send us to triple OT.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming two-point play, you might just put it back into his hands and let him go win it for it.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I got to go for 2. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, got to come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these two-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules. Now you got to go execute.
And now it's all two-point conversion attempts from here on out. Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. So here we go, dueling two-point conversions from this point forward. Off the play fake. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2. This will be the ball game. Make it and play on, miss it and lose. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Owens. They can convert. A great stop by the defense and a game-winning one here in overtime. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Paul.